Recording. So this is the second part of the recording of the live open review for the Viliv S10. My name's Chippy, and out in Helsinki on screen right now is JKK of JKK Mobile. He's got the 2 gig version, and I've only got the 1.6 gig version. It's not fair. But we're going to do some tests now. We've done looked around the device, talked about some of the hardware, but we're going to get down to some tests now and start with video. And JKK wants to talk about the YouTube performance, so take it away, JKK.
Yep. So the special thing now on GM500 drivers and Flash 10.1 is that YouTube really plays nicely. So if you experienced any problems with the earlier devices with GM500 graphics, now it's working. And
under Vista, sorry, under Windows 7 should be.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't work under XP, right?
Yeah. Actually, I haven't tested, but
No, it doesn't.
That's what I think, because it's related to the new drivers from Intel, so they need to be from was it February, and the second thing is that you need to install the beta Flash, so 10.1.
Yep.
I don't see any reason why not to do that, but if you're not into beta, YouTube plays fine on normal videos, but for HD you need to do the beta driver. So let's play a bit HD video.
What video are you choosing? Because I don't have the beta driver, so it might be good to compare.
Okay, so I have this is from Shasha, netbooknews.com, and this is the Gigabyte T1000 Lenovo IdeaPad and Viliv S10 thing.
Oh, okay, right.
Check the 720p now. Of course, on Ustream you can't see how it really plays, but I'm showing anyway, and I'm pausing it for network a bit so it doesn't lag because of that. So just few seconds. Bear with me, my Wi-Fi is fully abused right now anyway, so it's 720p. You can see it there.
Right, so those of you watching this live recording, you're going to have to join us live next time, because you're not going to get the full effect of this. This is a Skype transferred
so it's
over
playing
Ustream.
now, and it's playing perfectly. Let's wait for this ad. No dragging, no lagging, no stopping, nothing. It's perfect.
So that's 720p, which is around 2 megabits a second. That's interesting.
Same thing.
Yeah, Adobe talk about having better performance under full screen rather than windowed mode, because it doesn't have to do any scaling. But yeah, of course, if you haven't got a 720p screen, then it does have to do scaling.
Yeah. And remember, this is 1355 by 768, so it needs even more performance. So for that, it's really, really playing nice. This is the YouTube video player. Then let's switch to 1080p. And
tell me that's
that
going to
actually works, but not fluid. So I would I don't know if I would watch 720 even. On a netbook, because I think 480 is okay, but still, it's cool to see that happen. So let's pause it a bit just for the network things, and it's 1080p right now, and it plays.
Wow!
It plays like let's see, this is, how would I say, like 10 frames per second, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you're better off playing 720p than 1080.
Yeah. And let's test full screen if it's any better. I haven't tested. Oops, the network. Let's pause a bit again. So, but for really the use for YouTube stuff, you actually save battery life with this device, because it's GPU is helping. So CPU is not on 100 all the time. So
yeah.
So that's great news for mobility. I enjoy YouTube a lot. So let's put back the 480p and check the CPU use just for the fun of it.
Right, yeah, this is interesting, because I'm now running the 360p version here, which is nice and smooth, but my CPU is about 80% utilization right now.
Yeah, mine is using 72 right now, but I also have full Windows 7 Aero enabled. Also, all the see-through stuff, every little thing is enabled on my model right now,
Right.
and it's playing smooth, really nicely, and
Yeah.
s- I love it. For
480p
videos,
version
I'm
here
being
is not really working very well at all.
yeah, yeah. So I have to say, go for the Flash 10.1.
10 point, yeah,
It's
absolutely. I don't see any
yeah. You save battery.
disadvantages.
Videos work better. Hulu works. I tested that too, and uh, it's great for that. I've also tested. I'm using this system called TV Kaista here in Finland, which is
Uh-huh.
streaming raw MPEG-2 from TV. So it's 8 megabyte, 8 meg stream, and it's playing so nicely. So I can
That's
show
great.
that briefly too. So streaming 8 raw MPEG-2 directly from digital TV, and absolutely great. I've watched already a few movies on this, and I have just nothing bad to say. Let's play something. Oh, there's some music stuff. I think that would be okay for the test. So 8. Of course, our network will, by the way, suffer because of that. But anyway, let's see. I'm streaming, and you could see how fast it started. And it's really not. It's like CPU 30% or something. It's playing so nicely.
That's great.
But the network is struggling right now because I'm streaming with Skype and with a Ustream Flash. So let's not do that anymore. So video lovers, the screen, the GPU. At least for online video lovers, I don't do offline video at all. Well, I can actually play. I have an offline video here, which is 720p. It's actually the conference we did. What was the website thing? I have it here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really nicely playing. Nothing bad to say about that. It's straight from the video cam.
Right. That's good.
Let's see what are the specs about that. But anyways, for my videos, this is the best device I've owned on this size, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. So
So do you want me?
testing some offline files, I guess?
Yeah, I got some the usual set of files that I use when I do these live tests. So got a number of formats here. Let's start with a 720p, and this is out of the box codecs, out of the box player. This is Windows Media Player. This is a in theory a 720p, but I don't think it is exactly 720p. But it's about a 2 megabit H.264 file, and if we can go full screen on that, you'll see that the performance is actually pretty good. And that's 2 megabits H.264. Now, in theory, Windows 7 does hardware decoding through the GMA 500, but I'm not seeing that on many file formats. H.264 is the one where I'm not 100% sure. It might be doing some hardware decoding, but it seems the CPU goes pretty high anyway, doing the audio and the splitting and the rendering as well. So I'm not sure what the real advantage is. Let's move to. So this is 1920, and in theory, with some tweaking, you could get this working. This is kind of working. In fact, at the moment, it's looking pretty smooth. This is average 13 megabits per second file. In fact, earlier on, it wasn't playing half as well as this is. Let me go full screen. That's impressive. I haven't actually seen it working that well. It's an average 13 megabits per second H.264 file, and that's a super quality. It's just a shame that it doesn't have HDMI out, right? Only the VGA out. That's working perfectly. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Okay, and that is definitely the right file. That's a 1920 file. This is a DivX. This is 4 megabits per second, and we'll go full screen on that. And that's super smooth. And in fact, DivX is a great format to use on these low power devices. It's an easy codec for CPUs to handle, and that's running 4 megabits of DivX at around 45% CPU. So there's room there for a good 6 to 7 megabits a second. You could get some quite nice, reasonably highly compressed 1920 videos, I'm sure, through and on DivX. Moving on, let's do 720p HD Windows Media Video. It's the classic Coral Reef Adventures, and this one doesn't work very well on 1.3 gigahertz Menlo devices, but it's working actually super smooth on this. So
that's 720 or 1080.
720. That's the 720 version. I haven't got the 1080 version, but I can tell you.
I have it here. I can test. Yeah. You can tell what?
Well, I can tell you based on the CPU that it's not going to handle it. It's already running at 90% CPU just to do the 720p version, but you can give it a shot. Maybe the extra goes through the GPU. Give it a shot there, or at least set it up. Meanwhile, I'll just run an MPEG-2 through. This is a direct recording from digital cable, actually digital satellite, and it's around 2 megabits per second MPEG-2. So similar format to DVD, absolutely no problem there. So you should have no problem playing DVD through this thing on an external player. And then something taken straight from YouTube. This is a 2 megabit per second file downloaded from YouTube. It's the Where's Matt video, which many of you will have seen before, and plays flawlessly, really nicely. But have you got that 1080p version there ready?
Yeah, I just copied. So just a sec, I copied from SD card.
Because while you do that, I'm going to demo the speaker, because I'm not impressed, and I think I can demo it right now. So I'm just going to put on the studio mic. Right, you can hear that crackling noise, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can you hear it? Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Pretty horrible, right? So I pause that and play.
So is there some kind of like a...
There's some kind of problem. It's underneath the keyboard. And I'm now going to play my phone. Okay, that gives you an idea of how loud my phone is compared to the actual Viliv S10. It's quiet, and it's distorted, and it's mono, and it's extremely poor. It's one of the worst netbook speakers I've ever heard. I don't know whether it's broken, but you should test yours. What are you getting from the speaker?
Yeah, I'm not getting distortion, but I'm not getting that much volume. So that's one place I would really like to see improvement, is the volume.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm not a hi-fi. For me, this in basics, what I do is workable totally. But of course, sometimes you want to blast something. And
if you just want to quickly view a video, a YouTube video or something, I think having some decent speakers, or you want to show one or two people a YouTube video, or just play some music, while you're getting changed or something. I think there's always times when you're going to need internal speakers. Skype maybe as well. So yeah, that's pretty poor. We'll have to check out with Viliv. We'll see if they can tell us what's going on there.
I'm playing the 1080p Coral Reef Adventure now, and it's playing. It's not jumping. It's anything, but it's like a bit slow. You know
So
what
is it out of sync? If you put the audio on, you'll probably hear that the audio is completely out of sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have any codecs here, so I don't know if we could make it better some way. But yeah, it's out of sync. But for me, at least, that's I don't know why would I. Yeah, well, it's personal differences. I'm just offline file. No, for me, thank you.
So out of the box for offline video playing, we've taken 5 formats there: H.264, Windows Media Video, DivX, MPEG-2, and 4 formats. I've got one more. That was the other format I wanted to do. MKV. Everyone asks about MKV. Let's see. I've got an MKV file. I haven't even tested it yet. And
the file I have here is MTS, so AVC HD. So it was straight from the digital cam. It was really cool.
So this is an MKV container with an H.264 encoded video with an AC3 audio track. It might even have subtitles as well. And it's close to perfect, but it's not quite. This is what I've seen on other devices. So basically, this is out of the box, and it's just about playing this MKV file almost perfectly. So anyone that's into MKVs is going to know that they're going to download KM Player and they're going to tweak the hell out of it and get that working. I don't see there'll be too many problems with that. So out of the box, there are 5.
I'll go with a 2 gigahertz. Version.
Yeah, actually, I think that would work fine with 1.6. Given that that's out of the box without any tuning at all, I think that's actually pretty impressive for video offline video performance. And that's one of the advantages of Windows 7 is you get the codecs working out of the box, you get some of the hardware acceleration working out of the box. So pretty good. All right. Have we got any more comments on audio or video? I guess we haven't really, have we? No?
Nope, I think it's cool.
How about a little battery meter check?
Okay, mine is at 80% right now, but I started hour before you, for 40 minutes before you.
So mine's still at 100%, and we should mention then that the I guess yours is the same. It's only going down in 10% increments. Yeah, and there's no.
And it feels. The funny thing is that I've been using this quite a lot, and it feels like the battery is actually not ever ending. So it's so.
I know, this is still at 100%. So we're at the very worst. We're at 90% battery life after 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
450 minutes. That's at least like 7 hours online in use battery life at the moment. Let's see how it goes. We'll give it another check in another hour and so and see how it's going.
As we've been talking about the video performance, would you like to check out the screen performance on touch and others, or was there something you wanted to show first?
No, I think we should move on to the touchscreen now, and both you and me will have to do that, I think. Because
I have actually. Do you have the Microsoft Touch Pack?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So maybe we should compare if we have any differences on, let's say, the Surface College.
On the what, sorry?
Which is the Microsoft Surface College software, which is the cool image thingy.
Right, let's have a look.
I think that's a cool way to show off multi-touch.
Surface Collage.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell that, or say that.
I've never used this before, so. But what I have done is I've turned off Aero and I've turned off the tab bar that comes in on the right-hand side.
I have everything on.
So you have everything on, so that's worth mentioning now. Okay, here we are, and I guess it's kind of moving of images around with multiple fingers, right?
Yeah, and you get the best out of it because this is meant for Surface if you use 2 hands. But of course, it's easier to show maybe with 1 hand. But the thing here is that you can move the pictures, you can zoom, you can rotate and zoom same time. So this is quite an intensive thing going on here. And it's like calculating the roads. You can throw the pictures away and they keep bouncing and so on. So
Right.
it's quite a big task for the device. So how is it yours looking?
Yeah, just so anyone that's watching this on a recorded version, remember the stuff you see from JKK is coming over Skype, then going out Ustream. You're not seeing any sort of quality at all. You need to join our live session next time. But let me switch to my cam and do it from me. Probably slightly better quality, but you will. I mean, in my opinion, it's not physical.
Yeah.
It's you can see that lagging, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go for the zoom. Okay, it's certainly better than when I was using it in Live Gallery, but it's not.
Live Gallery is quite bad.
It's really bad.
So this is more like fun thing. I would always say if you work with images, forget multi-touch and touchscreen when you're editing or working with images. Use the mouse. It's totally. It's multi-touch is not for that. Oh man, my phone is ringing. Sorry.
Okay, so let's bring some other stuff. These are pictures courtesy of my daughter.
But I think I kind of enjoy this still because this is like where you play, and I also played with my son. I've played the multi-touch games. And we've been perfectly happy, but like you said, it's coming. It's not like a real time, but I haven't seen that work on any similar device ever. So that's not a problem of the touchscreen. It's a problem of power.
Right. Yeah, this is taking a lot of
CPU
and GPU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Rebound, that's a really cool game. So if you fire up that, you actually see that you can easily. So if you're thinking of playing with multi-touch, and by play I mean really like play stuff with kids and stuff, it's actually working great. It's just not for like image manipulation and such.
So how do I get another application up?
You'd close that.
Close this, okay.
Yeah. So you can see me already playing with myself. So.
Excuse me?
I'm playing alone on single.
Playing with yourself?
Yeah.
What do I need to start up? Microsoft Surface Globe, or is there another?
No. That's the game. The what's the name? Wait, I close it down so you can. The game's name is Rebound. Microsoft Rebound.
Okay.
Sorry, I make it better. Hopefully you see it better now. Let's put the brightness up a bit.
Microsoft Rebound. Okay.
You found it?
Yep. Let's see what we got here.
Again, this is quite a hard task for multitask, but it's working great here. And the funny part is that because here we have 3-finger multitouch, it's working different than on some other devices, but this is fun. This is just for fun, and I'm enjoying this demo.
So what do I do? I just throw balls around, or what?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
Of course, this is 2-player game, so alone it's not that fun.
Oh, okay. So I don't really get it, but
yeah, you there's 2 balls. You move them to hit the other ball that's on the center. You can see it's near the center, the ball. Okay, you don't get it.
No, I don't get it, and it's terribly crap quality.
My son got it immediately, and he's 3, but...
Well, exactly. I'm 41.
Yeah.
That's the problem here.
That was it.
It doesn't look that much fun to me.
Yeah, but I've been enjoying that. We have been playing that, and it's cool. So the multi-touch is responsive. Some the stuff Windows 7 has for multi-touch, like zooming and so on, it's just it needs horsepower too.
Yeah.
And by talking about that, the real thing here, I think, again, is the scrolling. So if you fire up Engadget, remember the good old UMPC test.
Yes.
Is the screen fluid. So let's zoom for them.
They designed
Windows
Engadget
are
specially
firing
to
up.
our specifications.
Yeah, so Engadget is firing up, and immediately when I can see it, I start scrolling. So you can see immediately it's exactly like it should, and I can throw stuff, and it's working nice. It's really pleasant to surf with. So I would like to see yours. Is yours doing the same? 1.6.
Just watching yours.
gigahertz.
Right, now let me give you a demo of mine. I mean, it's good. It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice and responsive. I've no.
So really,
no
for
problem with
like a tablet surfing or convertible surfing thing device on your hands, it's just so nice, and it works also with 2 fingers, because actually that's the setup for that. So if you wanna be like careful not clicking something, I think you talked about zoom on the live show, and actually I would love to disable that. So that's, I think, the worst thing ever for multi-touch. But again, someone might like it, but I hate it. The scrolling is really pleasant.
Why do you want to disable it? Do you use it accidentally, or?
Yeah, on any device.
How do you use it accidentally? Because it takes 2 fingers to use it, right?
Yeah, but if you right-click, which works like pressing 1 finger and tapping with 1, you get fast right-click. You know that?
Yeah.
So you can accidentally zoom then.
Oh, okay.
And also with mouse even easier.
Right.
So I always disable that. So
I don't like it. I still use Control Plus, Control Minus for zooming.
yeah, me too. I hate the.
If it was smooth, I mean, this is the problem we had in the test last Friday. If it was smooth, it would be enjoyable and usable, but it's not, and it's actually worse than having nothing.
Yeah. I would never use that. No way. But with this device, do you really need that? I haven't needed it once.
No.
Have you?
No, I'm still questioning the need for multi-touch altogether, to be honest. I mean, the quick right-click is nice.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's it? Yeah, really.
I mean,
but then
zooming
on-screen
pics.
keyboard.
Yeah, the on-screen keyboard does get better, yes.
Yeah.
That's
better,
true. But you've got to... Yeah, okay. But when are you going to use this with more than 1 finger?
No, it's not only that, actually, because if you're typing fast, this is fast. You try single touch, you type as fast as you can, you get mistakes. This doesn't make the mistakes.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to wait. So let's say I press check it, and it's perfect. No mistakes. So when you're typing fast on screen keyboard, you know the difference. It's way faster because it's not waiting. That's the key. I'm sorry, but someone is really now teasing. Oh. My girlfriend is sending like million SMS.
You in trouble?
Oh. No, her 3G doesn't work. Now she's saying that she did this and that, and it's still not working. And now she got the message. She sent the message. Okay, now it's all cool. Sorry. She knows
Panic
I'm
over.
doing live, but yeah. If 3G is not working, you should of course always tease your husband, so or girlfriend or whoever. It needs to work. Yeah. So yeah, for me, I think the on-screen is cool because I hate on-screen keyboards so much. So anything to make it better is okay.
So let me do a little demo of the keyboard. I don't know when you would use this, but I'm going to demo it anyway.
Typing on slate mode.
Typing on... You wouldn't, because you don't have 1 screen on slate mode, right? So you'd only have 1 hand free in slate mode, so I don't know when you'd use this, to be honest. Maybe in rotated mode like that. Let me zoom in then, and I'm going to type as fast as I
but
can.
again, I like I said, if you type fast with one finger, its mistakes are normal, easier.
Right.
Yeah, no thumb typing, of course, no, or both finger typing. Well, maybe someone would like to do that. I wouldn't, but let's test that. Let's make the keyboard huge, and down here, and then let me play like I was a typist on it. I've never even tested that, and I would never use it like that, but let's test it anyway. Okay, now I have a huge keyboard. Let's see.
Yeah, so that's something that maybe there's a few scenarios where you might want to use that, but personally I don't see myself getting into that at all.
Yeah.
Typing, there is a predictive
Actually, it works pretty nicely.
Yeah, it's way better than... You know, the Arcos 9, they really push that feature on the Arcos 9, and it doesn't work at all. It really works quite nicely on that. But I can't think of a scenario when you really would use it with two fingers like that. You've got a keyboard here. It's a nice demo, but yeah.
Yeah. But still, I prefer multi-touch than no multi-touch, even with these small features.
So, I mean, so far, one feature. I don't know. Maybe we should put the question to the forum. Does anyone really... has anyone got any scenarios in mind that multi-touch is needed for, or is there anything in multi-touch that really makes you excited about a certain scenario? Because I'm personally struggling to really find the key feature, the key advantage of multi-touch when I've got a multi-touch mouse pad. So someone says mouse gestures, but there are no mouse gestures at the moment, right? In Windows 7. There's very few gestures.
There's you can program whatever. And
you mean the swipes, the flicks and stuff like that. But they're not multi-touch, right?
Yeah, they are. 2-finger, 3-finger. So you can actually disable 1-finger scroll if you want and use 2-finger scroll.
Okay. What else have you got?
I don't know. I don't need those.
Well,
I can
that's kind of my point. I don't think there's many.
We should actually ask Warner and guys. So
yeah, this is why I'm asking the forum. And maybe there's some guys out there that really know and have really used multi-touch to the point where they wouldn't give it away now.
Yeah. Someone asking about palm rejection, and of course it doesn't have palm rejection. So I was typing it without touching the screen. It's fine, but if you do touch the screen, of course, it's no way to go. So it's like any other touchscreen which doesn't have a specific handwriting palm rejection technology or whatever mumbo jumbo it's called. So you have to lean on the frame, not on the screen. So
yep.
But the handwriting itself works pretty nicely. It's fast and accurate here. It's really nice.
So pen input, if you can get it to the point where it's comfortable to use the screen without getting any palm problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't find a place where it's easy to use.
It's on sofa. You can't use it on a desk like this, I think. At least I can't. You have to lay down or have it like on your knee or something like that.
It's awkward, it's heavy, you have to rest your palm on the frame. I just don't see it at all being useful for any sort of natural handwriting input at all.
Yeah, well, I've used it on a sofa environment, and I think it's as good as any other. But like I said, I hate that.
I think there's okay. I mean, it's responsive. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. Even
Well,
on
I have the
1.6.
T91, and it totally sucks compared to this.
Right.
This is
okay.
way, way better than it. But
Right.
I don't think people are buying this or T91 for handwriting.
No.
Hopefully, at least.
Right. So that's the touchscreen. As one other thing I want to mention is, and you might be able to do this on yours, is when you get to 3 touch input, it has trouble keeping up. So get a nice, fairly responsive wavy line here on 1 finger. Let's clear that. Do 2 fingers. Starting. Actually, it wasn't a good demo. I'll do that again. Try and do a smooth sine wave or something. 1 or 2 jerkies creeping in because the application is not keeping up with the input. And then 3 fingers. Something goes terribly wrong at this stage.
Yeah, but where would you need it actually?
Well, that's another
3
question. Yeah. But if you have a scenario where you're wanting 3 finger input on something, maybe you're developing a game. Maybe you're developing a specialized application. I don't know. But I even see
but most
some
of the
weird stuff going on
of the other computers are dual touch, 2 finger touches. So someone doing something specially for 3 might sound a bit too much. But yeah.
Yeah. So does this really need 3? Probably not. Still, if you got 3 and it works at 2 and 1, why not?
Yeah, it works fine. Yeah. So if I make the same thing you are doing, let's zoom. You want me to do lines like that, like waves?
Yeah, see how smooth you can get the waves. It does. If you put all 3 fingers vertically above each other, it screws up somehow.
Vertically?
All 3 fingers vertically above each other.
The lines work nicely, but
Get
then
some weird squigglies.
Yeah, true. And with 2 fingers, is it better?
Seems to be better with 2,
true.
yeah. So
it's
anyway,
perfect with 2.
Not quite perfect on this with 2, but yeah. So it might be to do with the CPU.
Yeah.
Anyway, suffice to say, if anyone's thinking of using 3 finger input for something specialist application you're thinking of, bear that in mind.
Yeah. I don't know any other device for that. Anyway.
No, I don't.
So I was asking about T101, Asus T101, and I think it's about 1,000 times worse. I played with that last week, and man, I was so disappointed. It's slow on multi-touch.
Wow.
It is. The gigabyte was faster. I don't know why, but it was the EPC was so laggy. I have no idea why. But
so of all the convertibles you've tested, the multi-touch convertibles, this has been the best for you so far, right?
Yeah, so far.
And even looking at my 1.6 version here, you think this is better than the ones you've seen before?
I think so, because it's so soft, and that's one really key issue, at least for me. It's so soft, you can barely touch and it works.
Right.
And also the Asus was totally gone. The Lenovo was like horrible mirror. It's full mirror. It's not a computer. You can't use it, especially on touch, because
which one's that?
So dirty. The Lenovo S10
right.
3T.
Right, and that has a very strange aspect ratio on the screen as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's square pixels on that. It's weird.
Yeah.
All right, Haley, I just shot down this part of the recording. So that was part 2 of the tests of the Viliv S10, looking at video and the touchscreen there, and in general, touchscreen seems to be working out a lot better than the comparable convertible multi-touch netbooks that are out there. We still need time to really get to grips with multi-touch. So I'm certainly not a tablet PC user. I've used real tablet PCs in the past, but I don't use them on a day-to-day basis. So bear that in mind when you're watching this video. Alright, this is JKK Mobile and Embassy Portal signing off for part 2. People in the chat room, stay there, because we're coming back.